seen people do things that I could never have imagined. The one thing I've learned is that the line that separates the living from the dead, the rich from the poor, the healthy from the sick, the line is thread thin. It's as thin as the walls of the human heart. And all of us want to believe that it's not. All of us want to believe that the tragedies that befall others are not going to touch down in our own lives. But there are no such guarantees. All of us dangle from a very delicate thread. All it takes is the blink of an eye, or the squeeze of the trigger, or a sudden gust of wind. You can wake up and your life is perched on a precipice. You fall asleep and can swallow you whole. It used to personally scare me how much one's life can change for better or worse in a split second that goes uncounted or unnoticed. The frailty of our world, our minds, our beating hearts is something that I see all the time, all around the world. But I've learned that it's not something we should be scared of. It's not something we should deny. Our frailty, our ability to recognize it is actually what makes us human. It makes what we have all the more valuable. It's a bond that I think should draw us together, not one that should keep us apart. What we learned in Katrina is that governments failed, but people did not. Charities and churches and individuals stood up. No doubt many of you have been among the volunteers. Neighbors helped neighbors. Students gave up their spring breaks and continued to. Strangers reach out to one another. As I said before, it's easy to turn away from the plight of others, but when we resist that temptation, remarkable changes really can occur. So thank you very much for helping to rebuild and revive this city. Thank you very much for inviting me here tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll just go back right there. Hey.
My name is Tulane, and I'm Colombian. And as you may know, there's a huge problem in Colombia with drugs and with the guerrillas, with the FARC coming into these mountains and going through the villages and taking the children, making them into the guerrillas with them, having them kill them, girls or boys, doesn't matter. And if there's any rebuttal or anything, they just kill them. And there's a lot of kidnappings. Like, I have a family member that has been kidnapped and put for ransom. We paid the ransom, and they still killed him. And I'm just wondering if you ever thought of going into South America, because this problem, like, really isn't
I was actually in Bogota 2 weeks ago, actually on vacation, but it's a great vacation spot. It's great. I would love to report from there, and I haven't. There was an earthquake in '93. I think I did some stuff with, but the story of the park is an incredible story and one that I hope to do a lot more on. But yeah, I spent about 10 days there, and I mean, there's been much improvement, as you know. The violence is down, but it's a remarkable country. But it certainly needs more attention. I appreciate you reminding me of it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi. First of all, I want to thank you for everything you continue to do to bring attention to New Orleans. All the suffering and sorrow and death that you've seen all over the world, what is it that gives you hope?
A couple things. One, I appreciate you thanking me. It makes me sad when people thank me because, you know, to me, I think a lot of people made a lot of promises in the wake of Katrina, and I certainly made promises about coming back here, and it makes me sad that people here need to thank other people for paying attention to what is one of the greatest cities and part of the heart of America. But so I only wish more people would come down and continue to report on what's going on here. What gives me hope, you know, that even in the midst of horror, there are remarkable acts of compassion. And even in a genocide in Rwanda, there are people who risk their lives to help complete strangers. And in Democratic Republic of Congo, there's a remarkable doctor who's opened up a hospital to treat nothing but survivors of rape and these women who have holes, you know, that their bodies just leak. And so, you know, I see that as much as I see the inhumanity that we can commit one upon the other. And, you know, just as all of us saw horrific things happening here in the wake of the storm, we also saw remarkable acts of heroism. And I think it's important to pay attention to those as much as one pays attention to the other.
Thank you.